My name is Robert Fisher, and I am the proud principal of the Coatesville Area Senior High School 1112 building.
Hi, Scott, and I'm Executive Director of the Coatesville Youth Initiative.
My name is Carl Smith. I am a retired administrator and teacher in the Coatesville Area School District, 35 years, and I still coach track and field and cross country in the Coatesville Area School District, along with working as a mentor for a program for young African American males at the high school.
So I'm Doug Haight. I am a teacher at Coatesville High School. I'm also the yearbook advisor.
My name is David Lapp. I graduated from Coatesville High School in 1974. I'm an insurance broker. I've been in this business for 35 years since I graduated from University of Tennessee in 1978.
When I think of Mr. Lewis, if you don't, when you're a lifelong resident of the Coatesville area, which I am proud to say that I am, when you think of Coatesville and you think specifically of Coatesville High School and the Coatesville Area School District, you have to think of Mr. Lewis.
Harry Lewis has actually been my principal when I was a student here in the late 90s. Has been more of a mentor than I could have ever imagined. Is the most genuine stand-up father, coach, leader, and all around just good, genuine character. He's a pillar of our community.
Because he saw something in me that not too many people did. And he saw my potential. He knew what I could bring to this community. And he created an opportunity for that to happen. And had that lunch not happened, I would not be here. I wouldn't be able to work with the kids in the Coatesville School District and see some significant changes that we've made just as a result of bringing attention to the leaders that we have here in this community. And he was the catalyst for that.
We go back to the late 70s when Mr. Lewis asked me to become one of his assistant coaches in the track program, and I had no background coaching track and field or running. I was from a track family, but I played baseball in the spring. And Mr. Lewis came to me and he said, I'd like you to consider coaching track and field. He said, you have enthusiasm and you seem to work well with the young men. I can teach you track and field, is what he said. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Mr. Lewis recognized the ability that I had. And I was in his car with him, with other guys, and we were all over eastern United States and then eventually throughout the United States to compete, because he recognized again the ability that I had and made sure I got to where I needed to be for the competition.
I fondly remember Harry, our days here when I was a student here, and your constant willingness to lend advice in different situations. Still fondly remember our talks that we used to have down in the outside the locker room area, and how you continued to guide not only myself but my fellow students as well, and for that I will never forget.
Personally, I have learned to trust him, and through experience, there are things that he's pointed out to me that I needed to do or needed to become, and he's been right at every turn, so I've learned to trust him. He has been a mentor to me for in excess of 25 years.
He's been a blessing to so many. He's opened so many doors. He's been a blessing in my life. And I think being able to have that lesson now be a part of what I do, working with youth, it's my chance to kick the doors down and reach back. And I think that's a lesson for everybody.
Harry's also been the backbone of the District 1 track team, and he's run the event for years, as long as I can remember. I think he retired just recently, but it would never have gone off the way it has in years past. It's just amazing the way that he takes control and is respected in more than one community, not just here, but in the entire athletic community of Pennsylvania and the Philadelphia, greater Philadelphia area for that matter.
When I became a teacher in Coatesville, I had the good fortune of student teaching with Harry's late wife at Friendship Elementary School, and had a chance to bond yet again with him, and he was always encouraging to me as a young educator, and again, always made sure, never lost sight of the fact that he would continue to mentor me and make sure that I was going in the right direction.
Harry kind of epitomizes Coatesville. He's tough and he's kind when he needs to be. Having that tough kindness actually pushes you to emulate that, to be exactly that, to be tough, to understand that the world is not easy, that things are not going to be handed to you, that you have to work for them. But at the same time, to treat people right in the process while you're getting what you want and getting the most out of other people.
He is, I know there's so many words, it's very hard, but his dedication to what he does, to what he believes in.
Mentor. Right, when you think of the word mentor, Mr. Lewis has to come to mind. He has been that, as I said, for years and years with the many young people of Coatesville, and it continues in school, out of school, in the community, in the hallways of school, on the track. Definitely the one word that I would think of with Mr. Lewis is mentor.
Harry Lewis is genuine. Never seen a more genuine man that cares more specifically about people and actually cares how they feel and cares about their emotions and their reactions to every situation to make sure that everyone's happy, comfortable, and productive in everything that we do.
He's always available. He's a very giving man. He's a very, when I say proud, I don't mean haughty, but he carries himself with dignity, and he always has time for people. And I learned the hard way. That was one of the things that I learned from him, was being available. You may not think you have time to do something for someone, but I watched him. He always did. He was always taking someone home, or he was always staying after to listen to someone to help him out with a situation. And I learned that from him, available.
Harry, I am forever, ever grateful for all that you've done for me as a student, as a teacher, as a coach, and as an administrator.
Harry Lewis, you're the man.